The PS5 launches this November, with Sony finally having revealed the price and release information of the console. Next gen is now within reaching distance, and while many will be ready to dive in right off the bat, quite a few are probably still going to be on the fence. So here, we've compiled all of the crucial information that you need to know about the PS5 so that you can make an informed purchasing decision. So without further ado, let's get started. Launch. We've known that the PS5 will be released in holiday 2020 for a while, but Sony have now officially confirmed the exact release date of the console, at long last. And as many expected, it's going to be a bit of a staggered launch. On November 12th, the PS5 will launch in the US, Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and South Korea. In the rest of the world, the console will go on sale on November 19th. Price. How much exactly is the PS5 going to cost though? Well, it's about what you'd have expected, if you've been following all of the recent speculation about prices. The flagship PS5 SKU will cost $499 US. Meanwhile, the PS5 Digital Edition will be priced at $399 US. Dimensions. The PS5 has looked like a big boy since the moment Sony first unveiled it in June, and recently they officially confirmed the console's exact dimensions as well. The console's dimensions have been confirmed as 390mm by 104mm by 260mm. It will weigh approximately 4.5 kilograms. Meanwhile, the PS5 Digital Edition will be slightly smaller and lighter, as you'd expect. It weighs approximately 3.9 kilograms, and its dimensions are 390mm by 92mm by 260mm. Accessories. When the PS5 launches this November, it will also be accompanied by quite a few accessories coming from Sony itself. There's the Pulse 3D wireless headset built for 3D audio, which will also have a noise-canceling microphone. There's the HD camera, which will have dual 1080p lenses. There's the media remote, which is pretty self-explanatory. Finally, there's the DualSense charging station, which will be able to charge up to 2 controllers at a time. Accessories prices. So how much will these accessories cost though? Well, if you want to purchase a standalone DualSense controller, that'll set you back $70. The Pulse 3D headset will be priced at $100, the HD camera $60, and the DualSense charging station and media remote at $30 each. First-party launch titles. We've been wondering what games the PS5 will be launching with for a while, and Sony have now officially confirmed the full extent of first-party games that will be available on the console at launch. These include Bluepoint and Sony Japan's Demon's Souls remake, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, which will also include a remaster of the first Spidey game in the Ultimate Edition, Destruction All-Stars, Sackboy: A Big Adventure, and Astro's Playroom, which will be pre-installed on every PlayStation 5. Third-party launch titles. While we know exactly which first-party games will be available on the PS5 at launch, things are a little less clear as far as third-party launch titles go. We know for a fact that Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War and Godfall are going to be a launch title, but beyond that, it's all educated guesses. The likes of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Dirt 5, and Watch Dogs Legion are confirmed as launch titles for the Xbox Series X and Series S, and those two consoles are releasing on November 10th, so we can probably expect them to be available on the PS5 on November 12th as well. Cross-gen games. Unsurprisingly, quite a few of the PS5's games are going to be available on the PS4 as well. From the launch lineup, the likes of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Dirt 5, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and Watch Dogs Legion are all cross-gen releases. Meanwhile, even first-party games like Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, Sackboy: A Big Adventure have been confirmed to be released for the PS4. The most surprising news to come from Sony following their recent event, however, was that Horizon Forbidden West, due out in 2021, will also be released for both the PS4 and PS5. Meanwhile, third-party 2021 releases like Hitman 3, Hogwarts Legacy, and Gotham Knights are also all cross-gen games. Upcoming releases. The PS5 has a solid launch lineup, but quite a few games have also been confirmed for release beyond 2020. Immortals Phoenix Rising is releasing in December, Hitman 3 releases in January 2021, and Far Cry 6 will be out the following month. Resident Evil Village is coming out sometime next year, Final Fantasy XVI was recently confirmed as a 2021 title, Kena Bridge of Spirits was recently delayed into 2021, while Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy are also coming next year. Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, which are going to be PS5 console exclusives, also launch in 2021. Sony itself is also releasing some big hitters for the PS5 next year, including Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Returnal, Horizon Forbidden West, and the next God of War game, which was recently teased. Meanwhile, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League launches in 2022, as does Capcom's Pragmata, though those are still a ways out yet. Gran Turismo 7 is also in development, but that doesn't yet have a release date. CPU. Now that we've spoken about the PS5's launch and upcoming games, as well as its accessories and pricing, let's focus on its hardware and what exactly that will entail, beginning with the CPU. The PS5 will feature a semi-custom Zen 2 CPU of 8 cores and 16 threads. It will run at a variable frequency of up to 3.5 GHz. GPU. When it comes to the GPU, the PS5 is lagging behind its direct competitor, the Xbox Series X, but it still has some impressive specs on offer. It has 36 compute units running at a variable frequency of up to 2.23 GHz, while the total compute power comes up to 10.28 teraflops. RAM. The RAM is often the most critical part of a console, and will of course be crucial as we move into the next generation, and the PS5 it seems is starting off on a strong note here. The console has a 16GB GDDR6 RAM, and unlike the Xbox Series X and Series S, it will have a unified single memory pool. That pool will have a bandwidth of 448GB per second. SSD. The one aspect of the PS5 Sony have highlighted more than anything else since the moment they first started talking about the console is its solid-state drive. Billed as the fastest SSD on the market, it will offer storage space of 825GB, but it's the speed that's most impressive, offering an uncompressed bandwidth of 5.5GB per second and a compressed bandwidth of 9GB per second. DualSense. While Microsoft are going with iteration for the next Xbox controller, Sony are going with innovation. The DualSense is going to be similar to the DualShock 4 in layout, and will also have a touchpad and built-in microphone and all of the other bells and whistles the PS4 controller did, but it comes with two key new features. The first of these is haptic feedback, which promises to offer deeper immersion through highly programmable rumble feedback. The second is adaptive triggers, which will offer resistance and tension that will adjust based on what's happening in the game that you're playing. 3D audio. One more aspect of the PS5 Sony have emphasized quite a lot alongside its SSD and the DualSense's capabilities is the Tempest, its 3D audio engine. Audio is a crucial element in any game, and the PS5 is promising 3D audio that will heighten immersion more than ever before. How well this will be used by developers remains to be seen, but the potential is quite exciting. Higher-priced games. We've been hearing about prices of next-gen games going higher for a while, and it's looking like more and more publishers are going to hop aboard that train. 2K have already taken the first step with NBA 2K21's next-gen versions, while Activision have done so with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War as well. Ubisoft's 2020 releases will all release with the standard $60 price, but they've been silent about their games beyond that point. Capcom, meanwhile, have been undecided so far. Notably, Sony have also confirmed that their next-gen first-party games will release for standard prices of $70, with the exception of Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, which will have a standard edition of $50 and an Ultimate edition of $70. The likes of Demon's Souls, Sackboy, A Big Adventure, and Destruction All-Stars will all be sold for $70. Ray tracing, frame rates, and resolution. Higher resolutions and frame rates are going to be a must for all next-gen games, and the PS5 looks set to deliver on that front. It's confirmed that the PS5 is going to feature support for hardware-accelerated ray tracing, while 4K and 60 FPS are going to be increasingly common in PS5 games, and some might even go up to 120 FPS. Dirt 5, for instance, has a 120 FPS mode, while Sony have confirmed that Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales and Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart will both have 60 FPS options. Supposedly, the PS5 is also capable of delivering 8K visuals, but it remains to be seen whether that's actually practical or just something it can technically do on paper. And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from GamingBolt, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon next to it. That way you will never miss any of our videos.